Gurvir, thank you so much for having us
Hi.
here. Thank you for inviting us over to your domain.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, now I just want to start things off for the people who are sitting at home and watching this. Maybe you can explain a bit more about your role as Clerk of Course. What exactly does that entail and what are your duties and responsibilities?
Well, you'd say like the captain of the ship. So I'm in charge of everything, everything that's sporting related, from the route, to the route design, to the itinerary, to the people on the stages and so forth.
Okay, so this year things are different, the dates are different, the times are different. Maybe you can explain whether the course itself is different, whether the stages are different.
Because we didn't have, because the amount of time we had was reduced because of change of dates, we decided to keep the changes to a minimum. The only thing we've changed is we're running Kidong in reverse, and we've made a few changes at the sleeping water stage in Delaware State.
Okay, so I can see your screen is up here. Maybe you can sort of take us a bit through some of the things that you're working on right now.
Yeah, so it's constantly just looking at the maps and seeing how to add resources to it, make sure it's safe for not just the crews but for the public, creating spectator areas, allocating marshals to the certain areas and so forth.
Okay, so what would you say are some of the unique challenges that come along with designing this course and making sure everything works out from start to finish?
Challenges, not while we're preparing the event, there are no challenges. It's during the event that we have a few challenges here and there, but that's what we're there for.
Okay. And what are some of the safety precautions that have been organized for the tournament this time round?
Well, big emphasis on having more spectators at the event because it's over Easter. So we're looking at new spectator areas, easier access into spectator areas. We're going to try to get a spectator guide out to the public as soon as possible as well.
We know recently technology has played a big role. How would you say that applies for us here as well when in Kenya during the Safari Rally?
I think more and more of it has become digital. We've got to a stage where we could actually design a rally just sitting in the office.
Mm-hmm. And do you go on site? How do you actually undertake the course design? Do you go on site and go stage by stage with people? Maybe you can.
So what happens is initially myself and Anwar and CD go out, and we find a stage. We do the route. We map it. We allocate the starts, the controls where they should be on the stage, and then we send our teams out to do the road books, which is George and Nazir. So and they come back with something like this.
Okay, I'm seeing like some little like people there. Maybe you could explain what I'm seeing on the screen.
So this a new system we're using. It's been designed by the Estonians. It's called Eventos, and it gives us more control over what we put on the stages and where we put the stages, where we want to put spectator areas, access for spectator areas, no-go zones, where we don't want people standing outside corners and so forth. Where we put marshals, where we put our ambulances. So everything just comes. We just put everything together on this.
So the people are where the spectators are likely to be?
Yeah, so we concentrate obviously more marshals around where the spectators are.
Yeah.
And then you see we have MIV, which is ambulance, we have radio points and so forth.
So maybe you can take me through the last few rallies. What are some of the challenges you experienced?
I think the biggest challenge was obviously the first one. The first one we got, the very first one we got halfway, and then the event got cancelled because of COVID. And between our candidate event and the first event 2020, there was a lot of new things to learn. Because we had been out of the World Rally Championship for 19 years, and we didn't realize that the world had moved on. And we had kind of stagnated where we were. So there's a lot of things that we had to learn along the way. We made a lot of mistakes, but with making mistakes you learn as well.
Yeah. And how have you worked with the FIA, with the WRC, the international one? How do you work together?
I'd say we have a very good relationship with the promoter, with WRC and the FIA. So the FIA is always at hand to answer any questions you have, any suggestions they're always at hand. A quick email to them, we get a reply within half an hour.
Okay. So I think the question all Kenyans are wanting to know from you, are we ready for the WRC Safari Rally 2024.
We will be ready on the day. There's a lot of work we're doing. There's a lot of work left to do, but we'll get there.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for having us. That is it for this episode of the WRC Safari Rally Kenya 2024. We will be back with more content, more excitement. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.